This is one hell of a big hole. Holy shit. Hey peeps, this is Andercon. I showed you how to make nuclear reactors before, but today I'm going to show you how to blow them up. So here I am on my creative map, and here's a nuclear reactor. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off with this, just so I can load it up. Now, these things are real easy to blow up. If you have a bad configuration inside of them, they'll dig you a new grave right away. So I'm going to go ahead and intentionally blow the hell out of this one, just to show you what it does. And you don't need to have this much uranium in here, but the more you got, the quicker it'll explode. So it's turning on, and as it heats up, it'll start spewing some smoke on top of it, right here, and then some fire on the top. And then when it gets really hot, it'll start making lava and fire nearby. And then it'll just blow the hell out of a big area, and apparently send you flying. Oh, that was cool. Now, as it updates all the chunks, come on, push. That's quite a big hole. Now, the last version I played around with, it made quite an interesting design in the bottom. I really liked it. But they updated the explosion pattern and made it so it's more resistant to things that'll normally explode. So, more resistant to things like obsidian and such. Before, it'll just blow right through obsidian, but it may not do that so much anymore. So that was your standard regular explosion, and I don't think putting extra chambers on and filling those up too will add to the explosion, but we'll see. So next one I'm going to do is underground, just to see what kind of explosion pattern it'll give you down there. That should be deep enough. Bust out a little area in here. That should be good. And I'll go ahead and fill this one up. And put on all 6 chambers. Let's see, I'll put this down here. And start filling this thing up a bit. I'll put in as much as I got. I really don't think this will add to the explosion size. I just think as a nuclear reactor explodes, it'll explode, even if you only got 1 uranium in there. I'll just go ahead and throw in some more for good measure. Where's my uranium? There they are. Not that, this one. There we go. Don't need you. Uranium, 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 uranium. Now there's other things you can throw in a nuclear reactor. If you want to intentionally heat it up, you can put lava in it or around it. And you can put a water bucket in it to cool it down if it gets too hot. But it'll only use that water bucket if it goes above 6,000 degrees. So let's go ahead and pop this. Give it a moment. I got a lot in there, so it won't take long at all. Whoosh! Whoosh! Come on. It's getting hot in here. Boom! Damn! That's a nice hole. I'll go ahead and pick all this up. Oh, it actually didn't totally destroy all my stuff. That's pretty cool. And, yeah, that's quite a nice big hole it leaves. Yep, this thing will definitely dig you a new grave. Alright, so that's enough of how to blow one up. So how about how to blow one up without it actually making a big hole? I actually haven't tried what I'm about to try with this newer version, so it may work better or worse. But there was ways to construct a chamber around a nuclear reactor, and it would make it so it would not make a big hole. So let's give it a shot. First of all, you can use reinforced stone and glass if you want. See if I can show you how to make that stuff. I need one of these right here. You need advanced alloy and stone for reinforced stone. So here's your regular stone, and with an advanced alloy in the middle, and it'll give you reinforced stone. It'll give you 8 pieces this way. You can also make reinforced glass. It takes, what is this, 7 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces of glass and 2 advanced alloy. And it'll give you 7 reinforced glass. Now this stuff is quite explosion resistant. So let's go ahead and give this stuff a shot. Make a little chamber here. Come on, get out of the way, grass. Down here. So I want the reactor right in the middle here. Raised up one. Oops, like that. And I'll need to put in walls. Come on, stop fighting with me. Stuff's in the way. I think I'll put a door right here. Here's a reinforced door. There we go. Now, I believe, at least the way it used to be, that if regular explosions went off nearby some of this reinforced stone, it would destroy the stone, but it would stop the explosion. But the last time I played around with the nuclear reactors, it would it would still blow through it, but I'm pretty sure that it's been adjusted so it'll actually stop the explosion nowadays. So we'll see in just a moment. Oh, come on. There we go. And open the door here. Oh, see. I believe this has to be opened the same way as any regular iron door. So go ahead and fill this thing up. Don't need you. And put this in here, throw that in there for good measure, and it throws it back out. What the hell? Yeah, if you put in stuff into the nuclear reactor it doesn't like, it'll just spit it back in your face. Okay. Pop that, pop that, stand back, and I want my bucket. I has a bucket. And we'll see what it does. Holy cow. Ooh. It melted my door. Ooh. It still blew the hell out of shit, but no ways near as bad. Yeah, that definitely helps the explosion a good bit. Massively better. But still doesn't remove the explosion altogether. Now, normally you'll have one of those reactor chambers with water in it. So, I'll show you how it works with the water in it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And grass in the way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you actually explode a nuclear reactor completely underwater, like if it's in the ocean, it won't explode at all. Like, it won't destroy anything except itself. I'm going to make the front out of this, out of glass. Come on. Hey chicken, you want some radiation? I'll cook you. Bark, bark, bark. 1, 2, 3. I want a little bit of a ceiling on this. so. And piece of glass up here. Put that here for the moment. That right there. I'll go ahead and fill it up, and then I'll put some water on top. I'll go ahead and put the water, I guess, in a spot where it won't evaporate, because if you leave it within a couple spaces of the reactor and it gets too hot, it will boil your water away. So I want to put it in from up here somewhere. Oh, come on, jump. There we go. So from about here, and where's my water bucket? There it is. And I'll move this out of the way. And there it's on. Throw a door in there. Alright, now it's pretty well submerged in water, and that'll actually dissipate some of the explosion. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, it just melted some floor away. That does pretty good. Big improvement. Does way better. Still blows some stuff away though. So next, I'm actually going to make a reactor chamber completely out of stone, and I'll show you how to make it so it won't really blow anything up except for the chamber itself. Clear a little bit of room in here. So generally a chamber will be 5 by 5. That way you got some room to put stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, I need this up in the air, don't I? Duh. See, I want this 1 block up in the air then. This way I'll have some water underneath of it as well as above and on the sides and everything else. Water really is the best thing to dissipate explosions with. Let's see, that'll be the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll put a door there. I don't want to fill this in. Actually, I wonder if you could make this out of glass the way I'm going to do it. It may even work with glass. I don't know. Never thought about that till right now. Oh, if I make another one, which I don't think I'll need to, I'll make it out of glass. Let's see, this will be the roof. I need to fill it in. Move you out of the way. Splash. And I'm going to cover the entire outside of this with water. Just 1 layer. See, I'd like to make sure that I actually get this corner too. Let's see. There you go. There's a corner. Damn it, I'll use stone. There we go. Fill in. Oh, this one I completely missed it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, I'll get my butt in here. Whoosh. Oh, where's my door? There it is. Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit hard to see in here, but I'll go ahead and set this up. Go ahead and fill up my reactor with my super radioactive ship. I've only got 3 or 4 hands. 2 heads, 6 legs, maybe a 3rd leg too. Alrighty. Now I'll go ahead and fill this in with water. Alrighty. And of course the sound screws up with the nuclear reactor sometimes. And just give it a moment and it'll blow the hell out of itself. And it's just cooking in there. And it's melting stuff. And it blew up. Huh. Huh. This is different. Huh. Last time I did this with the old version, it actually did not make any damage at all. So I guess it's been updated. So let's just throw one right in the middle of the water, just see what it does. Let's see. This is pretty deep over here. Probably can't see a damn thing. Alrighty, put one right here. Fill this thing up. Now this one might blow up on before I even fill it up. So, skedaddle. Okay. Let's see how this works. Come on, pop. Pop. Go. Bust. Explode. God damn it. I didn't put enough in. It took longer. Whoa! Launched me up into the air. Huh. They must have updated it so it can actually destroy water blocks. Now that's different. Get a little bit of uranium here. Yeah, it blew out the water. Huh. That's weird indeed. And still made a hole. Well then. I'd have to say the safest thing to do is just surround one of these things with reinforced stone. But we'll try obsidian. Just see what it does. Put it right here. Oh, come on. Get out of the way, dirt and grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way too much grass in the field sometimes. Okay, a little bit more out here. Used to be obsidian did nothing. It was like basically like a little bit better than stone. We'll see if that's changed. So the last version I played around in was I think 1.15. This is 1.23. So yeah, things have been changed a bit. And fill this thing up again. This will probably be the last time I actually pop a reactor here. I'll show you a different kind of explosion in a minute. Okay, I need to put a roof on this. You can actually direct an explosion from this using explosion-resistant materials. I wonder if it'll actually improve things if I leave a hole for the explosion to go out. That might be interesting. Let's see. Pop you. Oh, I forgot to put water in here. Alright, this is with water inside. That should, well, pretty much cover up a whole reactor, more or less. Now this will probably still explode the chamber, but we'll see what sort of damage it leaves by. Ooh, melted it. Ooh. Oh, come on. Whoa. Yeah, it's better than nothing, but it still really blows up a big spot. So, I guess the best course of action is to use reinforced stone and surround it with water. Surround the reactor with water and then surround your chamber with water. It should do the trick. So, next thing up, here's a hidden block that has a recipe that's not documented in the actual wiki, and I'm not going to share it because the creator, Alblaka, I don't think he wants it extremely well known how to make a nuke. So around here somewhere I've got a town I want to blow the hell out of. I can remember where it is. I'll be back when I find it. Alright, so I found this little town. And we're going to see how explosion resistant towns are. That ought to be fun. Now, this is a nuke block, and it's not as powerful as a nuclear reactor going off, but it's almost as powerful. Now, if you just punch one of these things, it'll break. But if you put redstone by it, or lever or something like that, it'll blow up. But it has a super long fuse. It's got like 15-second fuse. There might even be a way to disarm them once they've been diffused, but whatever. And they're gonna blow the hell out of everything. And lag the hell out of everything. Oh, come on. Whoosh! Now for it to update everything. Come on. Whoosh! Whoa, did it make a hole all the way down to that? Maybe. Come on. This is the one thing about version 1.0 of Minecraft that I'd like to see fixed, is this working a lot better. I'd like to see explosions while they happen. Ooh, that's becoming a sizable hole. That blew clear down to bedrock. Of course, I did have quite a few nukes sitting there. Damn. Yeah, I think it finished. Wow. That's quite a nice hole. Fly up a bit. Yep, towns aren't very explosion resistant. Damn, that's a nice big hole. So I'll show you what one of these things does on its own. Underground. I think they're more fun down there. You can see the full explosion pattern. Just drop one right here. Throw some of this nearby. I'm going to stand here and be generally suicidal, but fortunately it's in creative. Waha. Come on. Pop, pop. Blow up, motherfucker! Damn, my face. Alright, so here's a regular explosion pattern underground. A nuclear blast underground will be about, well, it'll be about 1.5 times as large as this. If you use a nuclear reactor anyway. So this is a pretty nice hole. So if you ever figure out what the recipe for this is, which I would like to not say myself, they're great for mining. Really big holes. So if you want to do massive mining of doom, make a bunch of these. But they do blow the hell out of stone and everything else. Obviously, very little of the stuff that was here survived. So, good for making holes, but not keeping ores. So, now on the surface. Hey sheep, you want a present? I'll give you a present. Here, have something. It's nice and tasty. Chicken, you can have some too. Enjoy. See you later. That sheep will never see what hit him. Yay! Yeah. If you do it on the surface, it's quite a nice big hole. It blows out all the walls quite well. And I don't think that sheep seen what hit him at all. I think that's about it. Enjoy blowing the hell out of things. See you later.